Alright guys, to no one's surprise, Ubisoft and Tencent are teaming up to create a brand new subsidiary for video game development. This is actually huge news. We're talking about two massive players in the gaming world joining forces to shake things up. Let's dive into what this means for the future of games like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Hit that like button if you're excited and let's get into it. Now, people will likely attribute this situation to the failure of Shadows. However, this deal has probably been in the works for the past year or so, likely stemming from the issues encountered with the development of Skull and Bones, which is rumored to cost about $850 million to develop, and when it finally came out, it was a complete flop. And after that, we had the launch of Star Wars Outlaws, which as of today only sold like 1 million copies, which is another flop. Even before Shadow's release, Ubisoft was already facing financial troubles. We have seen a consistent decline in their stock value lately. Yves Guillemot, the co-founder and CEO, is desperate to maintain some kind of control over his company and needs funds to stay afloat. And as a result, they turned to Tencent, a Chinese conglomerate in the gaming space, to strike a deal while retaining most of their intellectual properties, specifically the ones they viewed most profitable. So Ubisoft announced they are spinning off some of their biggest franchises into a new subsidiary, and Tencent is going to be investing a whopping 1.16 billion euro, which is about 1.25 billion USD, for a 25% stake in the new venture. The new subsidiary itself is valued around 4 billion euros, or roughly 4.3 billion USD. That's some serious cash being thrown around. This new company, which is yet to be named, is focused on 3 of Ubisoft's most popular franchises, like I said, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. These iconic gaming series will now have their own dedicated operations. Ubisoft explains that the goal is to build an evergreen multi-platform ecosystem. Essentially, they want these games to have a long-lasting presence, continuously evolving across consoles, PC, and potentially mobile and cloud gaming platforms. A lot of people, including myself, think Tencent planned this all along back when they purchased 10% of the company. People believe they started forcing Ubisoft to implement a lot of forced DEI into their games, knowing that fans didn't want it and it would cause Ubisoft games to fail, and in turn cause the stock to drop, and Tencent will come in like they are now and buy up more of the company at a lower price. It seems like a crazy conspiracy, but in the world of business, who knows? And Ubisoft's approach to game development no longer seems feasible. They have around like 20,000 employees working on their games, which is staggering. For instance, the credits for Shadows is 2 hours long. While some of the reports claim that Shadows is performing well, most of the announcers from these companies mention that there are 3 million players, but they're completely silent about how many copies the game has actually sold. The reality is that with this game structure, success is less about total sales and more about how many people they can direct to their in-game store. And I hate to say it, but it seems like that almost everyone at Ubisoft is going to be laid off, if not at least half. If you think this new company intends to keep 20,000 employees, you're sadly mistaken. And I can guarantee you that every single DEI employee will be let go too. Tencent is focused on making profitable games, and we see in the fair market, DEI games just don't sell. Now, this is a bittersweet victory for those who oppose DEI. While I appreciate seeing DEI fail, I am concerned about Tencent, a company tied to the Chinese Communist Party, or the CCP, gaining more influence in the gaming space. We'll see how things unfold in the future for this new company, but you can chalk this up to another win for the Chuds. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.